Having multiple kids is weird. You have one kid you could trust to be home alone for a whole weekend, and you know they'd eat vegetables, lock the doors, and wash the dishes. Then you have another kid who is not allowed to hold an umbrella, and they're almost the same age. Picked up my sons from school and stopped to get gas, invited them to get out of the car and learn how to do it. Afterwards the 11-year-old says, "Thanks for the life lesson, but I'll never drive a gas car." 13-year-old says, "This is like the time you showed us how a payphone works." Overheard a teenage girl ask her dad to explain what started World War II. He tried to play it cool, but I could see it in his eyes. This was the moment he'd been waiting for 15 years. We have a couple Star Wars kids books, and my 19-month-old daughter has decided she has a favorite character. She kisses his face on the page when she sees him and was beyond delighted when we showed her some clips from the movies with him in it. It's Jabba the Hutt. I made my bed and found a half-eaten stick of butter in it. When I asked my child if she put anything in mommy's bed, she said I did not put butter in it. The mystery continues. More at 11. McDonald's forgot the chicken nuggets in my daughter's Happy Meal, and she said, "Well, I guess this is a sad meal now." Today my 7-year-old came into the room crying. I asked him what happened, and he said that his 5-year-old brother put 80 cows in his house in Minecraft while he was offline, and that it was entirely too many cows, and honest to Christ I have no idea how to parent any of this. My toddler is practicing counting by dropping chocolate chips in my mouth, and this is the kind of math I can get on board with. I was in the bathroom when my 5-year-old busted in there with a tambourine. A tambourine concert while you're on the toilet is one of the things you'll never be ready for. 97% of parenting is just saying "oh wow" to your kid when they do something totally not wow. "Oh, you ran a 5K today? Cool. I buckled a toddler into a car seat twice today, so we both burned the same amount of calories." Parenting classes should focus less on diapers and more on what to do when you're sad but still have to pretend to be a tugboat. My 6-year-old said when she grows up she wants to be a chainsaw guy. Not sure if she means a professional tree trimmer like the ones working across the street or a serial killer in a hockey mask, but girls can do it all. My husband and I were discussing whether we wanted another kid but decided one was enough. We just need to figure out what to do with the other one now. My twins invited me to their tea party where Barbie and Iron Man had cakes and waffles, and I got a bowl of broken crayons. Then I had to pay $20 billion, and they yelled at me to clean up. Terrible experience, do not recommend. 3-yo had a tantrum today. I got on her level, let her have her big emotions, talked her through it, and had a cuddle. If you'd like my new parenting book, How I Succeeded Once, Felt Smug and Then Got Confused When the Same Thing Didn't Work Twice, it's out Monday. Walking my 6-year-old daughter to the bus stop, I put my hand out, but she doesn't grab it. I ask her if we beefin', and she looks me in the eye and tells me she thinks that she's getting a little too old to hold my hand. Y'all, I am not okay. Me. No more talking. Good night. 10. Did you know you could throw a rock into a big body of water and be the last person to touch that rock until the end of time? My youngest is named Rose, and she has spent all of early June walking around the neighborhood, looking at everything in bloom and whispering, "It's my season. Give me this energy." Excellent news. My 9-year-old is halfway done sharing her dream, which she started narrating last Monday. A kid in my son's preschool bragged about reading Marvel comics, but he also pushed my son off the top of the slide, so I told my son to tell him that if that happens again, I'm going to kill Iron Man in the next issue and have him say as he's dying, "This is because of Ryan." I really miss my kids being young, not because of their cuteness, but because I used to tell them that things were closed when it was raining, and they believed me. Last night my wife asked me to grab her keys out of her purse, but instead I found 3 Tupperware lids, 2 socks and a third kid we didn't know we had. My 5-year-old, how about we go to Target? You get yourself a drink, or whatever you want, and buy me a toy. She knows how to work the system. My son wanted to go to creche in my running shoes and my beanie that I sleep in, and you know what? I just left him like that. Dads, I can fix it. At what age do kids realize it's gross to drink their own bathwater? Because the answer isn't 6. My kid made me a gift and then sternly warned me, don't lose it, I want to put it on your body when you're dead, so I have that to look forward to. I wore red lipstick today and my 4-year-old, while wearing his underpants inside out, boldly informed me that I look like the Joker. You can't break me, kid. My generation survived dial-up AOL and texting on a flip phone. 9-year-old, after giving my husband a heartfelt handmade Father's Day card, they made us do that for school, that wasn't my idea. I was peeing in public and my 4-year-old, while trying to open the stall door, calmly said, I'm just gonna let them see your big butt. Parenthood is seeing how many times you can say, let me think about it, with the hope that your kid forgets to ask again. This funeral would be a lot more fun if we could go in the hot tub, my Jewish kid talking about the giant baptismal font in this church. My 7-year-old is pretty condescending for somebody who still needs to be reminded to go to the bathroom. Texted my mom to see if she could deal with my bully, but she said that was my job. That it's called parenting, and also she's 4. What's the parenting fantasy you abandoned most swiftly and completely? Mine is definitely my kids will eat whatever we're eating.